Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? And the Sharks will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Peters. They get him down after he makes the catch.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll leave it with him. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Off the play fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll turn it loose out to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll go right back to him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sharks offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. He'll try to field the putt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Quickly complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They looked like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. The Huskers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Husker! What a grab and go for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll ride his man on the option. Spins away from the defense.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Sharks will punt it away on fourth down.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback will audible. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Looking to pass on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Catch in the middle, it's Shabera. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Cornhuskers are flying down the field. They're going to throw it again. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They caught the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And the Sharks will line up to punt it away.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He's going to pass. Finds his target down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Husker! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Takes the easy completion. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Tripped up for the tackle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Now the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Sharks line up to punt it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Out in the world did the offense retain possession?
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football, they are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Into the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, gigantic implications in this top 15 battle today, and check out what's going down. Cincinnati is running away with this one right now. It's kind of felt like that old Bearcat has been crowd surfing all game. They're up 14 over TCU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab down the middle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Sharks are in the hurry-up. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Good timing on the quick out. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They want to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. That should be the final play of the 1st half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very interesting first 2 quarters in Lincoln. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And now this offense will take the field again. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down. The Sharks will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Dahl. Slips through the lines. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. The play action fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He caught it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the punishment has been extended. Well, Lil Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like, how about I have it? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense set on first down. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Sharks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's Dahl. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, 1st down. He'll try the left side. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 1st down here for the offense. They'll test the right side. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run play action. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
The Huskers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Huskers! And the stomping has commenced. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, theirs being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket starts. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Running it back, it's Freeman. Dances away again. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Sometimes you'll hear guys derisively say, well, he just piles up numbers. When the number gets close to 450, that's worth doing.
And that's why they throw it as much as they do, because they've got a difference maker playing the quarterback position. He gives them a chance to be explosive and light up the scoreboard.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man to the left. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Hey, quarterback dropping back, understand it. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Cornhuskers are threatening in the red zone. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try the run. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Offense facing.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Nebraska.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's lofted toward the sideline and intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Dropping back, it's Grimes. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Sharks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. The black shirts have applied blackout conditions. There has been no electricity available for this offense.
I mean, just suffocating. They're smothering this offense. They haven't done anything well yet.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Sharks.
Touchdown, Sharks.
And this has been a rough day for this offense. And finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game.
And that pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. That play just never had. Knock him down for a loss of 5. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him in.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. First step in the red zone on this drive. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring and the defense better do something about it.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job.
All kinds of running room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And first down for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Grimes. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. On the move at the 30. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
This offense has a 2nd down play.
3:25.
He'll just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Shabera. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Now improvising. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays in the scheme.
Can anyone catch him? And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Defense might bring the house here. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ward. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks now.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do for their next football.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jack.
And he breaks into the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They're bringing heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, first down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. To the air, it's Grimes. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And the Sharks will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.